All right. This podcast is for fun and entertainment. Welcome to It Is What It Is. I am Shaw Marie.
I'm Jean.
We are sitting in my living room at the current moment,
Good morning.
having a sad moment.
But it's not snowing.
So
currently.
it's not.
No.
But I put on the ID channel, has this new little 84-minute special or something like that. It's called like Memoriam or something to that effect. I really don't remember because I've been watching it for a minute, so the title's kind of fuzzy. But it goes through a bunch of like the mass shootings that's happened recently. And it is so sad. Like, I really don't know if we could ever talk about one of them without me crying.
Oh yeah, or me too.
Like, I will cry when we
Yeah.
do talk about a shooting of mass shooting of any sort like this. I will probably cry because it's just too much.
I saw a statistic online, and I can find it and cite it later if you guys need me to. But it showed a list of countries and mass shootings and mass killings, and most of the countries it's single digits, except the United States of America, where it's in hundreds. And
So
school
sad.
shootings specifically, most of those, there's hardly any other countries in the world.
Ugh.
So I'm just pausing because I think we should look at that for just a quick hot second.
That's
What?
crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, single digits, and then you see the United States' number, and it's hundreds.
It's insane. They are covering in this one, they're covering one of them in Texas at a church.
Oh, that one was bad.
Um,
Go to church.
Yeah, I believe there was 20 wounded, 27 killed in that one. Then they're covering the Las Vegas one with the concert. And that, I can't even remember how many poor lives were taken on that one. And then they're covering one of the school shootings from Florida. I'm not sure exactly which one. But
Parkland, I thought.
let's just say I've cried a few times.
Yeah.
It's the parents. It's the young life. Like, you went to fucking school. You went to a concert. You went to church.
like you're supposed to.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I did, like, those people, I'm not saying I, but like them, like, they did nothing. They woke up that morning and I was like, one of the girls, dude, her mom, it was a Valentine's Day thing. The mom didn't have time to give the daughter the Valentine's Day present. Okay. So the mom says, I'll have it here for you when you get back. Mom goes upstairs. She makes it cute and adorable and puts her Valentine's Day presents out. And then her daughter left to school happy, running late, runs across the road to go get a friend with her ride. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Normal day.
Normal day. And then her mom doesn't have any idea that her daughter is laying dead. And that poor woman's just going on her day and doesn't find out. And then it was like 2014. It was farther back. And this child's room is the same to this day. How do you get rid of your baby's things?
You can't.
How do you wash away your baby?
You can't.
Ugh.
Unless
My
you're moving
fucking
any
God.
damn ways.
You guys, I cannot. Okay,
Or,
we got
You know how many concerts I've been to?
decompress.
That's the last thing you're thinking when you're at a concert.
Oh, and I got a sad one for you guys today, too.
Oh, good.
Don't you fucking fret. We got a funny one that we can kind of make fun of and talk shit about because it's ancient and everybody knows about it. And it's because it's thug life and everybody knows how much I love gangsters. But, and then I got a super sad one that's still a mystery. And it's super sad. And it also, well, it doesn't involve a school shooting, but it's around the same time as a school shooting. But you guys, I just can't. Oh, I fucking just can't. This sucks. The world sucks.
It's terrible. Do you get those horrific text messages
That they're
when
practicing?
They're doing lockdown drills and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But it's that same generic tech because when the times that they locked down. You remember a couple times when the one guy stole a car.
Yeah.
By IF.
Yeah.
It within 1 week. Probably every day, IF had that drill.
No.
And because as a mom, honestly, I think, okay, it makes me sad. When your kids come home the first week of school in kindergarten and they're telling you about these drills.
Oh, my daughter thinks it's the funniest thing in the world. She's like, Mom, it's
ball because that's the state of our nation. Are you serious?
Yeah. My daughter thinks it's funny. She's like, we hide from the bad guys, but there's really not a bad guy. And like, she is all about it. She's a baby. And I get those texts like once a week. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say what school my daughter goes to, but once a week I get those texts.
And they're
practicing
to have. Yeah. I did see something very cool, which is it's just a little hook, pretty much. And if they have to go into lockdown mode because of an active shooter, all the teacher has to do is shut the door and click. It's like a fucking hook, but obviously it's thicker and slides into place, so there's nobody opening that door unless they're already inside. They should install those in every school yesterday, but that's me.
Oh, see, now there's one of the kids, one of the babies that were at one of the little school shootings. God, it's just too unreal, you guys. It's just too sad. And one of these, the first one we're going to cover is it's a massacre. But it's also kind of wit-witted. Gangsters thinking on their toes. Mm-hmm. But, so switching off of sadness, which we will cover these eventually, but really, babies, kids, teenagers, unexpected. I understand murder is also unexpected. But I just, death in general, moving on past death. Like, how do you go on? It's just so hard.
Well, and like you said earlier, how do you clean your baby stuff up?
Yeah. How do you wash away your baby? Like, how? And like, my daughter's 6, okay? She's in school. And to just imagine that something like that could happen to her. And I can't just pack up all of her shit and get rid of her. Like, she was never here for 6 years. It's just horrible. And like the Vegas one, there's these 2 identical sisters who are gorgeous. But like, they tracked each other on their iPhones. One sister gets away. She keeps refreshing her phone and her sister's still there. And she's like, why in the fuck are you still there? And she doesn't know. You don't know.
She was gone.
No, thank God. She's the one that he was talking about that said she couldn't breathe and he got her to the tent or whatever. Oh. She lives, but she was shot in the back. I think she was like paralyzed or something. But it's just, oh my God, it's just too much. Okay. I don't know why I watch these shows, you guys. I don't fucking know why. I get so sad and emotional, and then I get pissed off because people are just douches. The people that think they have a right to do things just blows me away. Okay. So anyway, let's poke some fun. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is the St. Valentine Day Massacre. Okay? This happened on February 14th, 1929. Feel free to talk shit and laugh because it's funny. It's not funny that they died, but like how they died is kind of like, y'all let that happen? Y'all just let that happen?
No.
Okay.
What day was this again? The 1920s?
1929.
So the world was not as evil back then.
Yes, it was.
Well,
because this happened in Chicago,
they did not
on the north side.
Back then, how's that?
Yeah, sure. This is a gang violence. The gang warfare ruled the streets of Chicago.
Irish? Has to be. It has
Irish.
To be. Well, yeah, Irish gangs. Oh.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like in Chicago, right now, what I'm talking... No, they're Italian.
Oh.
Dick.
Haven't you seen
guys?
That
you
one?
Guys can take her out.
Where the Irish mafia.
Yeah, I've
how
seen
crazy
it.
Those motherfuckers
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Don't talk shit on the Irish, brother. Come on now.
I'm not talking
Take it
shit
back.
on the Irish. I love.
We
the
have
accent,
people.
by the
Yeah,
way.
say we have people that listen. Say sorry right now.
I think all gangsters are dumb though.
I don't. She's dumb. You guys, she's dumb. Anyway, so gangster warfare, warfare, ruled the streets of Chicago during the late 1920s. As chief gangster sat upon Al Capone. Al Scarface Capone. He hated the Scarface part, though. He became boss in 1925. He controlled his gangs with... Well, he didn't control them. He just did a bunch of bootlegging, gambling, and prostitution.
It was pretty ruthless.
Yeah.
You got to keep your rep intact.
Mm-hmm. This rash of gangs violence reached its bloody climax when Al Capone's longtime enemy, now here comes the Irish, the Irish gangster, and Jean's all, see, now she's happy because the Irish came into it.
Oh, Italians, though. Don't get me started on Italians. Oh.
George Bugs Moran.
Bugsy? Or
No,
Bugs?
Bugs. He ran his bootlegging operation out of the garage at 21st, 22nd North Clark Street in Chicago. On Valentine's Day, seven of the members were chilling.
Playing cards?
Playing cards. Well, that's what they do in the reenactment. I really don't know if that's what they were doing. But, so 7 members of his operation were gunned down while standing up and facing the wall.
Huh.
Yep, in the garage. Some 70 rounds were fired when police officers...
Jesus.
Yeah. When officers arrived at the Chicago's 36th district, they found one gang member, Frank Gutzenberg. Sure, I'm not comfortable with that. Was barely alive. In a few minutes before he died, they pressured him to reveal what happened, but he took the code to his dying breath.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't tell on nobody. Nobody. And he is an Irish gangster.
Yeah.
He didn't tell on nobody.
You can't do that. Yeah.
Police found some witnesses from across the way that said that there was police officers that entered the garage and then shot up the place. Yeah. But so George wasn't even there. He was about to go there.
Uh-huh.
They did it too soon.
Oh.
They
jumped the gun.
They jumped the gun, yeah.
Great.
They jumped the gun. Al Capone was in Florida.
Yeah.
When this happened at one of his homes in Florida. So he was like, well, I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm in Florida.
Good alibi.
Obviously. Obviously. So no one was ever caught for these murders. They all say that they know for sure that it was Al Capone's men dressed up as cops.
Wow.
That went in there.
It's possible, or maybe it was off-duty cops. Because that's, you paid them off, you know.
Yeah.
They didn't get Capone until they figured out tax evasion.
So like I said, Bugs was on his way to the garage in Chicago. And he missed it by minutes.
Wow.
Few days later, he tells reporters, because this was back in the day when reporters were hot on Capone's ass.
Yeah. And
they followed Capone everywhere. And gangsters were big. He says, and I quote, "Only Capone kills like that." So then the word gets back to Capone in Florida.
That he said that?
Yeah, that he said that.
Oh, shit.
And they say, well, Mr. Capone,
do you have a comment?
What's your rebuttal? He said, and I quote, in his opinion, "The only man who kills like that, that's Bugsy Moran." And just put it back on.
Roll back on together, huh?
Yep. And it is, to this day, one of the biggest unsolved big crime stories that's unsolved. Never been solved.
Wow.
We don't know what gangsters. There's been word that through the years, of course, everybody knows, like, gangster stories come out and they're like, we know that these people from this family did this, but nothing solid. No one's ever been
Well, especially back then, they're not going to have forensic evidence on some of that. Or maybe they can. I don't know.
Maybe.
Just if they want to put all the money towards it, I guess.
I don't know how much of that crime scene do you really keep? Like, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the cops back then are like, oh, that Capone.
Who knows?
He's at it again.
Chicago in the 20s was crazy.
But I know, but everybody was fucking doing shootings. Do you think they really had that many Ziploc baggies just fucking laying around?
Mm-hmm. Do you think all of that craziness and stuff, because that's what you said, bootlegging?
Yeah.
Because that was the area.
That's what I'm saying. They just swept that shit up and tossed your body out back.
Yeah. Or with the fishes.
Swept up your fucking, swooped away all your shit with the broom and fucking went on with business. Mm-hmm. That was just back in the day. They were like, oh, dime a dozen, y'all. Get a new gangster. Now the next guy who was auditioning, it's your call.
Yeah.
It's just how it was. God, I love it. Okay, so this one is sad. This one is a Valentine's Day double murder. It is 20 years ago to the day on Valentine's Day, which is not today. But it's a super sad story out of Colorado. So it's Littleton, Colorado. It's by Columbine. So these students went to Columbine High School. They were high school sweethearts. This is 10 months after the school shooting. Nick and Stephanie were gunned down on February 14th, 2000. No one's ever been caught for their murder. It was in a subway. She was waiting for him to get off work, so she was just hanging out in the subway. A fellow employee drove by late at night when the store should have been closed and the lights should have been off. Dude drives by, sees that the lights are on, and so he's like, well, that's weird. I'm going to stop and check on Nick real quick. When he goes in there, Nick and Stephanie are behind the register. They've been shot to death.
Oh.
So, the story I'm going off of is from her mom. An interview I watched with her mom, and a newspaper from Colorado. I'm not sure. I didn't save the name, and I should have. Nick was 15 years old. Say his last name. I just don't want to butcher his last name.
Kunselman?
Kunselman? Okay. Well, Nick Kunselman and 16-year-old Stephanie Hart-Grizell, they were shot and killed in a Subway store just a few blocks away from Columbine High School where they were students. He worked there, so he had a job at 15, so he obviously
responsible.
Had
good man.
Good morals.
Good man.
This is a quote from one of her classmates. Not a day goes by that we don't think about those guys. I've never met anyone like Stephanie. She just had a true glow about her. Everything she did, she drew people in. I'd do anything for her today still. A fellow classmate says. Oh, she does everything in her honor. There we go.
Yeah, okay.
So that's precious.
Yeah.
Sorry, I read that fucked up. Family and friends gather at their grave every year on Valentine's Day to reflect on their lives and draw attention to their unsolved murder. I think they wanted to be together. Oh, sorry. This is a quote from her mom. I think they wanted to be together, so we had just one funeral and buried them together.
Oh!
They are forever at peace together. Mm-hmm. And they have a beautiful, I'll post a picture of it.
A headstone?
They have a beautiful headstone and like a bench next to their grave.
Yeah.
For their family and stuff. It's gorgeous. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It's crazy. Okay. What will bring peace to their families is knowing what happened and who killed them and why. Somebody knows something, and It's just been a mystery to us. Somebody knows something out there. It would mean everything for us for them to come forward, says one of their friends. Nick's dad died in April and he never got answers, Stephanie's mom said.
Oh.
Yeah, so he died not knowing what happened to his son.
Yeah.
And so she's worried and starting to freak out and panic. Is she going to find out what happened to Stephanie before she passes? You know what I mean? You don't ever want to die not knowing what happened to your baby.
Yeah.
I mean, and you really hope and pray that the other side is what everybody claims the other side is.
They're together.
And that when you get over there, you'll get your answers and you'll know your peace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's just pray and hope to God it's truly like that.
Well, and he's with his son, so he probably has. Yeah. My belief about the other side.
A composite sketch, which we will post, is of the man fleeing the store was released shortly after the murders, but no one was ever found to be that person. This is a quote from a detective. She says, quote, "Someone in the community knows something. Someone knows who shot and killed these two kids, and they really need someone to come forward. Sometimes people will look back at times and remember something that may seem insignificant to you, but in their memory may be triggered by seeing this kid's post and seeing the location, and something even miraculous can come from a big lead," said Sarah Johnston of the Metro Denver Crime Stoppers. Stephanie's mom asked the community to surround her with love and hope and support, and hopes that someone in the community will come forward with any information. She says, "I think people talk about closure. Certainly, I don't expect closure, but I just hope for justice. I know the case can still be solved," her mom said. Anyone with any information, if you guys were in Denver back in then and know anything, the Metro Denver Crime Stoppers is offering a award of $2,000 for any information that leads up to an arrest in the case. You can remain anonymous, and you can call 720-913-7868. 720-913-7868. So how sad is that they're buried together? Children.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I love a good love story.
It's beautiful.
So a robbery gone bad?
They think. Well, I watched a YouTube girl that does a podcast. It was like 10 minutes long. I cannot for the life of me pronounce the name or anything, so I'll just have to look at it again and just like copy her link or something to the video. But she says that there was a big drug ring going on in Colorado and Denver at that time with marijuana and cocaine. But that's just speculation. And I don't think it's fair to say that these children did drugs.
And they're involved in the drug ring?
I can say possibly that Nick smoked pot because his headstone is bitchin'.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has like this cute little stoner alien looking thing on it.
So maybe.
Yeah. He looked like a hoot. And it's just, I don't even know, guys. It's just so sad. Who can do that? Like, you take a life of a kid.
Well, and it doesn't... Also, in my opinion, you're gonna rob a convenience store? What are you gonna
Subway.
Get? Oh, a Subway?
A Subway.
I'm sorry, a Subway.
It makes it even worse.
So you know
To
that
me,
there's
that
only
makes it
like what
seem-
$300-$400 in there?
If that, to me, that makes it seem like it's more personal. Like, did you really go to rob a Subway? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would be surprised if I came out of that Subway with $75. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Do you remember the Subway robbery here?
Yeah. And like, he's 15 years old. How deep into the quote unquote drug game could he have been?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At 15. Come the fuck on.
And probably, I don't know. I don't know that man, but at 15 with a young girlfriend, they usually take a lot of attention. And if they were loving enough that the parents knew how strong their bond was, they say, yeah, you're absolutely right. Let's bury our babies together because that's what is the right thing to do.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
And he had a job.
Yeah.
So if nothing else, he was paying for his own weed anyways. No, if he did. Anyway.
If he did.
But
like, I don't even know. When that podcast said that, I kind of felt bad.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know. If my kid...
for excuses?
Yeah. And I understand it's been so long that you really just want to put it to something. And you just want to be like, oh yeah, that one time that did happen. So maybe that is it.
Is it before surveillance video?
It wasn't. It was grainy. It was too grainy to see anything. Like they had it, but it wasn't a good video, I guess.
They can't run it through now in today's technology?
I don't know. I don't know.
They do it on TV all the time.
Yeah, right? And like if the world could just be like it is on TV.
I know that's pretty juvenile.
It's just sad.
I do also, I'm not a big conspiracy government theorist, but I do believe they have a lot more capabilities than we're aware of.
Right.
They label them with that red flag classified marker, and that's it.
Well, there's that. Who knows?
But and you know what? I guess we've also had that conversation a few podcasts ago about how much does it take? How much is a person's life worth? And what was that one? A bag of chips and something else?
Oh, I don't remember.
I'll have to look it up. Because a Subway, that's just like a gas station. And if you've ever worked in a position like that, you know that dropping money, once you get to a certain point, you get in trouble if there's money in your till.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I was working at a motel in Jacksonville, and I had a line of people waiting. So I'm trying to make everybody happy, get everybody checked in, fancy dancy. My manager came unglued, made me stop everything, drop my cash, because I was over the limit, go through that whole process, and then resume. So they really can't. You really can't. You have to drop the money. That's part of it. Both motels I worked at, and I'm probably a gas station and that kind of stuff. You have to drop cash once you get to a certain point. Correct?
I don't know.
Magical world of Wally World.
I don't know.
You haven't done much cashiering?
No.
In your experience?
No.
Oh. Not a fan?
No, I like cashiering.
No?
I just don't know what they do. I don't know.
They go, boop.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that at all, that part of it. I did make the mistake, though, when I was, like, looking up the shooting and stuff.
Excuse me.
There's so many Walmart shootings.
It's
like, why?
Go to Walmart. The only comfort is what you told me about their surveillance footage. So
it's
even
amazing.
if something does terrible happen at Wally World,
dude, trust and believe, if anything happens at my store, the security team at my store is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. They ain't about to fuck around.
But yeah, that
phenomenal people.
What was it, like 4 in a month or something? Good God, something at Walmart all the time.
Dude, hell no.
Yeah, I go back to Smith's.
And they tell you when you start at Walmart, they're like, well, it's your choice. Do you want to help people or you can leave? It's like, why is that even a choice? Bye, Felicia.
Not going to die for... You know what? You don't know what you're going to do in that situation,
you don't.
honey.
You
might grab a couple kids on the way out the door with you. I don't know.
Hell no.
I don't want to be in that position ever.
If you're in the back of the store, I think you're pretty legit. Because, like, you get locked down behind big-ass doors, and it's all creepy and crazy. So if you're in a certain area of that store, you're completely fine. Like, as long as you get locked down in that area, you're good.
Yeah.
And every store's like that. They all have their plan. the Plazan. But, dude, it's just so scary. And to think that you could just be sitting there waiting for your boyfriend to get off work. Mm-hmm. And that happens.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I hate it. Since doing this podcast, I've hated death way more than I normally have.
Because it's not fair.
But it's just not.
Because it's not blind either.
No.
You know, there was just that other massacre in, is it Taiwan? 20 people got killed because that officer.
I don't know.
You didn't hear about that shit? Oh my God. Hang on, folks.
I try to not watch the news.
No, it was just another recent.
Yeah, I try not to watch that.
There was one in New Orleans.
No, again, dude, shootings is something I truly avoid. I don't go looking for that type of stuff.
But they just don't go away.
No, dude, I just don't. You know, if it says anything in like the title of like mass shooting happened, no.
So how do we fix this problem in your situation? Or what do you think?
It's the fucking world, dude. You can't control people. What are you going to do? Say you can't buy guns? Oh, okay, I can't buy it. Don't mean I can't fucking get it, dude.
I know.
You know what I mean? I've been getting shit you ain't supposed to get for a long time.
Yeah, that does seem like a waste of money.
It's the world, dude. It's the way the world is. You can't take it away. I mean, you can, take it away. Tell them they can't have it. Go right the fuck ahead. Go ahead, because that person's just going to look at you and be like, yeah, okay. No. I'm grown. Thanks. Bye. And it's like, the one guy on this said, you would think when you go to Texas, Texas has more guns than a third world country. Like, together.
Well, that's
in Texas,
but that's also
everybody got a gun. Well, just like, all those places, all of us. Place those kind of places everywhere.
Grandma has a gun.
People have guns.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of them. But like my little brother John Boy, Mad's Meow. You know what I mean? That's his like hobby. Mm-hmm. Well, was his hobby.
We have guns in the house, so we had
you guys go shooting.
We had all the kids, and we took hunter safety with him. Jeremy didn't have to. Mm-hmm. I'd never had, and so I was like, and it was a fun family event.
Yeah, so you get properly trained.
Yeah,
I don't.
You know, and that's not Miss Thing's little. She doesn't want to kill Bambi, right? But she likes to shoot, and she knows how to handle a weapon.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm not about it.
But
I don't believe in guns, but that's just me.
Better education. If you do have guns in your home, you should show your kids how to use them, how to be careful around them, why you have to be careful around them, how to clean them, all that bullshit. Because more information is better than not enough. Thinking, oh, I saw this on Grand Theft Auto, and turn it fucking sideways and try and shoot somebody, and then you didn't know that the bullet actually went into the other lady's house. Right. Killed her also.
Right.
She was just making cookies. No, and so if you guys ever get one, or if you want to go shooting with us, it's actually kind of fun.
No, I don't believe in that.
Fine. What are you going to do in the zombie apocalypse?
I am going to fucking live through in a zombie apocalypse, so I'm fine.
Who knows?
I know. I'm fucking realistic. No one's going to turn into a goddamn zombie.
There is a lot of people out there trying to play God right now.
That's fine. Honestly. Oh, speaking of Jesus.
Honestly.
Nothing happened yesterday. The Daybells did not appear.
The Daybell Vallow nonsense.
Yep, they were.
Nonsense.
They were a continued no-show.
Yeah.
Like everyone suspected. Except for now we do know that she had her daughter's phone.
Yeah.
Which is creepy. Because the daughter's receiving concerning messages from her friends, and her friends are like, hey, where are you?
Lots of people are looking for you. It's serious.
Yeah. And then they get a creepy text, and the friends are like, well, I don't know. That doesn't sound like her. And I read some comments that it's like, well, that's stupid. What do you mean it doesn't sound like her? It's a text message.
True.
No, not true. Not true. You're telling me if someone else texted you from my phone, you wouldn't be able to tell it wasn't me?
Well, you're different.
And I'm not different. That's their friend. I'm not different.
One word.
Those two talk to each other constantly.
Yeah.
So when she gets that message, she's like, "No, that ain't her."
Actually,
she don't talk like that.
I've had that situation happen where I texted my friend.
See?
And he messaged me back, and he was like, "I'm talking to you tomorrow at work."
Yeah. See? Yeah. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. Change your position on that. I'm quick to prove you wrong.
Though? You don't need to prove me wrong. It's not goddamn.
It is. You got to prove them wrong because that's what everybody doesn't understand. They're like, oh, it's just a teenage girl. She doesn't know what she's talking about. What does she mean? The text doesn't sound like her.
No, these guys.
It don't fucking sound like her.
Yeah, they're 17 and been besties. So
yeah,
probably have about 87 text messages a day.
Something maybe. Like my sister. Someone else could text from my sister's phone and text me, and I'd be like, this is not my sister. Tell you right now, this is not my sister. People have a way of punctuation. I do not punctuate at all unless I talk into my phone.
Yeah.
If I use the talkie thing.
Do you say period?
No, it does it for me now. It does commas and everything now.
Your grammar for you.
Yeah, I'm fucking stoked about it.
See?
I'm like, I fucking sound educated as shit right now. But then again, I don't check it for misspellings.
Oh.
So I send it, like the punctuation on point. Spelling? What the fuck? Because it's like, let me look into your parrot. Do you want that for dinner?
No,
and I'm
personal.
Like, sure. I sounded really cool when I did this. And it sounds nothing like, and like the only thing I asked him was really, what did you want for dinner? So I'm like, I don't know where the parrot and I don't know. You
don't look at your messages before you send them?
No, because I do it while I'm working.
Oh.
So I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Dude.
Word of
and then I don't get it back until he texts me back and he's like, yeah, cool. What the fuck?
I have wondered what the fuck a couple of times with
yeah. It's like, so if I ever just start making sense, be like, this is not her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did you do to her? And like my daughter will text people and it's kind of concerning because my baby's 2. So she'll text people like 7Q456 WW2. No one ever calls to see if I'm cool. If I'm like alive. My sister will message back and so will my cousin and she'll be like, oh, you're so cute. Hi. And I'm like, immediately. Yeah. And I'm like, that's great. But I could be dead. And you texted back a baby.
And she doesn't know how to spell help, motherfucker.
Yeah. Like you texted a baby.
Start teaching her SOS. Okay.
Like, no shit.
She's smart.
I'm just saying, guys, I don't even know. We've gone way off topic, but it's just
the teen phone, and nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Oh, and I guess the phone, though, we did learn a different location, though. This is in the group that I'm in, that is just like the Don't Fuck with Cats group, but better, because they actually care about people and not animals.
Well, good.
Well, animals matter, sure. People matter more in my eyes, but whatever. And yes, I was a dog owner. I loved her like a child. She is my precious love muffin, and she's an angel now. So don't talk shit.
It is hard to move on. You are just fine.
Yes, I can't get a new puppy yet because I'm just too sad. Because she was literally like mine and my husband's first daughter together. It's a big, huge thing.
You have Charlie?
Oh yeah, and I got a guinea pig named Charlie.
You got Charlie.
So I do own animals, and I fucking love Charlie, and I would never hurt him. But if the house,
he looks like a surfer dude with his haircut.
He does. But if the house sets on fire and I'm only able to save my children,
yeah,
you know what I mean. And
I call bullshit. You
I have
grab
to pick
him and put him in.
Well, like if we're here and he's clear back there and I can't get to him,
we're going.
R.I.P. dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry. R.I.P. But like I can replace you. Unfortunately, I can. I can go to Petco, get a new one. Charlie 2, go. Action. I can't go get a new baby.
No.
And replace my baby.
Yeah. Like
so,
what we were just talking about.
Sorry. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by this, folks. Don't hate on me. But like.
You know, you don't break for squirrels?
Fuck no. Sorry. I don't. I fucking don't. I've never hit one, but like I don't. I'm not the person who's like, oop. I avoid cats and dogs and children. Like the top 3 things you're supposed to avoid. Oh, and cyclists. 4. But like, other than that, get the fuck out my way, bro.
I have a couple stories. Anyways.
I've tried to hit a few people in my day.
Really?
Yeah. Exes. I could have. I'm crazy. Who knows?
Oh my God.
Get me mad. Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. But it was funny because I just said I didn't know how to work the car.
That's a good excuse.
It's the thing when you're a girl and you can play dumb. And I want to hear one person out there be like, that is so feminist. No one does that. Yeah, okay. You do. I do that shit all the time. I play dumb to get out of everything. I'm like, what? My girl brain is not big enough. Huh? Show me. Well, teach me just in case I did do it wrong.
Well, kind of like last night. I can tell you guys about last night. We're all being comfortable in our jammies. Okay? It's 11:30 going on 12 o'clock.
I've been asleep for hours.
Okay. So I'm watching Criminal Minds, and Ding Dong gets a call from Daniel's phone because guess whose car won't start? And when his brother went to help him, they killed the other. Okay?
2 shit cars trying to start, yeah.
2 cars, yes.
Yeah.
Of course, way over there.
Uh-huh.
So, here we go. Now, it was 2 degrees here last night in Idaho Falls, I think.
It's still like 0 right now.
Mm-hmm. And so, because of my lack of experience with vehicles, I stayed in the car.
Mm-hmm.
All the boys were outside freezing. But the other part of the story is, there was a stranger there with the boys and the vehicles. And because I was wondering, who the heck's this guy? I didn't know if it was somebody's boyfriend or, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a grown-ass man. Mm-hmm. Is a stranger stopping?
My one cousin is like he's like 18 years old. He's not a baby, but...
Yeah. So, he stopped to help them and stayed and hung out in 2 degrees.
What a nice guy.
Yeah. So, not all humans are bad.
No.
Maybe we should all just try and be the best humans we can be.
Maybe.
And not go to school and shoot people.
I really think that it should be like fucking Wreck-It Ralph too. Where cute little Wreck-It has to get like enough love points or whatever to move on or some shit. I don't really know the concept because my children are assholes and talk a lot through movies that I enjoy. Like
I've only
Wreck-It.
seen the first one.
Oh my God, the second one's so cute. Oh my God. So, off of Wreck-It Ralph, everybody should go off the point system. By the way, I think everybody should be judged by some type of point system. And people should like give you stars or take away your stars.
No.
I would earn hella stars. All I'm saying. I'm super
think
competitive.
we should just judge people on what they drive. Are you a Chevy or a Ford guy?
See, Chevy all the way.
That is how you judge a person.
Not
by
we just lost a lot of viewers.
What they are. Not by.
Bye, Chevy drivers. She's talking shit.
I'm a Chevy driver myself.
I mean, Ford drivers.
Most people.
Sorry. Chevy's got to stay because I'm a Chevy driver myself.
I was going into another rant that we don't need to get into.
My brother drives a Ford. He's pretty cool.
He is. Yeah.
His car's not. Fucker's useless. Thing can't do shit.
It's because of the winter time going on.
No, it really can't do shit. Every time I'm like, hey, put that in your car. He's like, I can't. It won't fit. What the fuck is your car for? You're ginormous. He is a big dude. So I'm like, only you can fit in there? What? Way to go, Ford.
Because he's genius. Yeah.
Way
did
to
he
go.
put like big amps or something?
Never seen
in
a
there?
small Chevy.
Reduce his amount of seating.
Every Chevy looks small, but you get in there and it's just so nice.
Legroom.
Yeah. Like,
That's
Chevy.
how we should judge people and not on stupid ass things.
You guys are crazy. So one quick question I have for moms out there. So I've started to explain emotions to my children by using the Inside Out. Mm-hmm. Yep, is that the movie?
I've only seen parts of it. Looks cool.
That's my new method to teaching my children about their emotions. Because my daughter's like, well, why do you get so mad? And I'm like, okay, so the little guy in my head, just like in the movie, he gets so mad that he just snaps real fast.
Do you get the fire that comes out of your ears?
Dude, I do. Oh my God. How many times do I have to answer your question? How many times do I have to say no? Like, And then I yell at you and I'm like, no, dude, stop. And like, then they look at me and she's like, you don't have to yell. Oh, I don't. I don't. Girl, I've been just talking to you for the last 45 minutes in a nice tone. And I'm done. And then she's like, I'm going to tell Daddy. Go ahead. Dare him to say something. You will start a family fight. And it's going to just not be good. Like, ugh.
They do the same thing when they're teenagers, too. Don't worry.
So that's just how I've been teaching my kids about their emotions. Yeah, I'm like, think of the little people in your head. Okay? Mommy doesn't want to be like that, but he walked up and pushed the button. Mm-hmm. Okay? Just like he did in the movie. The little red guy, he walked up and pushed Mommy's button. And that's just the way it is. So, yeah, if you guys have any tips on dealing with dramatic 6-year-olds and diva-istic 2-year-olds who believe that they are Jesus.
No, you just have to ride through that one.
And do nothing wrong. Like, my baby is so mean, but then she's so damn fucking cute. Mm-hmm. Ugh. Mm-hmm. And she likes to yell at people and shun them, but then she'll hug you and be like, sorry. And, oh my God. I cannot handle it.
She has. She's given me her little glare, and she said something. I'm not sure what she said, but...
Like, I had to get rid of her to do the podcast today because, like, I had to call my mom, and I'm like, you have to watch this thing for, like, a minute because lately, she's been on one. Dude, she has been on one. She can talk, like, in complete sentences. Mm-hmm. So, she, for some reason, like, woke up a week ago, and she was like... I'm fucking 20 now. And I run this shit. Like, she woke up and thought this like a week ago. And it hasn't stopped. And and I'm not one of those people who are like, beat the child, but like, people. I'm at my last straw.
It's her way.
Oh, it is.
She must tell you no a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then when you say no, is she...
And that I want.
Tearing apart the kitchen.
Oh, dude, she throws shit.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I want it. Chuck something. And I'm like, excuse the fuck out of me. What did you just do? And then she's like, sorry, Mommy. And she'll hug me. And I'm like, oh, okay. And we just move past it. Maybe that's my issue is I'm not like, hey, and like yell at her for it. I don't know. But she's psychotic.
You don't correct it?
Well, I tell her not to be a jerk. You know what I mean? Like, we go through the, like, be nice. Don't be mean. We do that whole nonsense. And, like, when she's mean, we make her say sorry. Like, when she beats up her sister, she's 2, and she beats up the 6-year-old. Mm-hmm. And we have to put her in timeout till she says sorry because she refuses to apologize. Mm-hmm. She will not do it. She's not cool.
She won't apologize?
No.
And then she's mad that you asked.
It takes like a good 30 minutes of time out, dude, of constantly like being like, dude, like 30 minutes of being like, tell her sorry for that child to break and be like, ugh, fuck, I'm sorry, sister. Jesus. And by that time, the oldest one's like, sorry for what?
Yeah.
And she's like a little dick about it. And she's like, what are you even talking about? Don't touch me. Oh my God. You guys, I'm just saying this is what I live with. And then my poor brother just hides in his room. And then my poor husband's like, I want to hide too.
Yeah.
Because you bitches are all crazy.
Yeah.
And I just think about my future. And like, what if I'm one of those moms that just go to get milk and like you just don't stop driving for like a minute? And then you're like, well, I should probably go back a couple days later, you know? And just take a quick lift.
Those are very healthy.
Yeah.
I suggest planning
a little vacay.
Planning for them, giving people a heads up.
just take a lift.
Just reinforce, look, it's better than homicide. Mm-hmm. Because I think the last break that you've had like that was, I was with you.
Oh, at Post Falls?
Yeah. It was the strip club. Yeah.
Dude, it's been a long time.
That was a while ago. So, yeah, honey, I think you just...
Ugh,
But it
tell
goes
ya,
over
guys.
better. There's less anger when you come home. But that's also good for both sides, I think. Because when you come home, they've appreciated you now. Because they see what you do now.
Right. True.
Yeah.
Who knows, guys? That's just our thing for this week.
Yeah.
So follow us on Twitter. And it is what it is. 208, because that's where we're from. That's all together, by the way. And it is what it is, Pod 19, all together also on Instagram. Or it is what it is, a true crime podcast on Facebook. Or it is what it is, a true crime podcast on YouTube. The YouTube videos are behind, but I think I'm mastered out how to beat my daughter
Sweet.
into getting computer time. So we'll see. I'll work on it. It'll be fun times. But yeah, follow us, like us, review us, whatever. Have a good week, and we'll see you guys on Sunday.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.